Hi, I'm Roger Peterson. Welcome back to Pro 423. Well, in this series of videos about discovering the human heart, I've camped on the phrase healthy human heart. And I'm doing it for a very specific reason, and I'm going to explain that reason in a couple more videos. But for now, I just want to emphasize the point one more time from a different angle, using the verse in the Old Testament, Proverbs 4:23. Now, some of you just figured out that Pro 423 comes from Proverbs 4:23. Good job. You're all caught up now. Well, Proverbs 4:23 says this: above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. Well, the first thing I want to show you and emphasize is that this is basically the exact same thing that Jesus said in the New Testament, right? About everything that you do and say comes out of your heart. Everything you are comes out of your heart. That's the wellspring of life that Solomon just said. It's all those verses that we mentioned before, right? That the heart is supposed to produce sincerity, your motives, your deepest thinking, right? That's the stuff that comes out of the heart. That's the wellspring of life. So Jesus and Solomon are definitely in tune here. They're definitely on the same page, okay? Three more things I want to emphasize. First of all, I want to show that Solomon was talking about the human heart. It may be true that it was written specifically for the Jews, but the verses apply to all people. Think about it. When Solomon wrote about money, that's stuff that every human being can learn from, right? There's so much wisdom and truth in those things. It's been quoted all over the world, Solomon has in his Proverbs. And that's for non-Christians as well. It may have special meaning for Christians, but it's still truth and still helpful and great advice for every human being. When he talks about authority, same thing. When he talks about friendship, same thing. And here, where he talks about the heart, he's talking about the human heart. He's not talking about the Christian heart. He's talking about the human heart. Okay? The second thing I want to emphasize is the idea of healthy. He says there in that second phrase, guard your heart. Simple logic here. Why does he say guard your heart? Because something dangerous can happen to the heart. He wouldn't say guard your heart if nothing could go wrong. Simple, right? And what would it look like if something went wrong with the heart? Well, it would stop producing what it's supposed to produce. So what is it supposed to produce? Well, as we saw in the last video, love, joy, peace. So what would happen if it was left unguarded and something went wrong? Well, it probably wouldn't produce as much love and joy and peace as it normally would. And it might even shut completely off. So healthy human heart. Those are both very important. Not just the Christian heart and not just any heart, but a healthy human heart is crucial to walking with God and discovering abundant life and the fruit of the Spirit. The last thing I want to emphasize is those first three words that he says, above all else. Now here's what I know about the Bible and the words that are in the Bible. They were chosen specific. They're not random. They're not haphazard in any way, shape, or form. Solomon, the wisest man in the world, knew he was talking about the most critical element of the human person, the heart. He knew that. And here's what he said about it, above all else, guard it. Above all else, guard your heart. Christians and non-Christian, every single human being, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. And if you don't guard it, something can go wrong. And if you don't guard it and something goes wrong, it will stop producing those things that it's meant to produce: love and joy and peace. Every human being, guard your heart. Be careful with your heart. It is the wellspring of life.